Hi everyone. So today we're going to do a short video on how to do the conversion on futures versus spot. So how can you add the levels from the SPX, SPY, QQQ, and NDX to your future chart, right? We've received a lot of questions, so we thought to prepare a video to just explain how it works, right? So first we want to go on our Discord and we want to go on our query bot. So we have created a futures list, so you can type in the TV futures list, and this will give you the levels that you need to first overlay the futures data, and second overlay the derived data from SPX, SPY, NDX, and QQQ. So the first step is to copy this into the indicator, which is the Mentor Q futures indicator, and now I can click OK, and you will see the levels appear here. So now let's go back, let's go and add ES here. Okay. So now with the indicator, we have the ability not only to have the data on futures, right, that we have, but we can also overlay the underlying level of the SPX, because sometimes there are blind spots like Patrick mentioned, or areas that are relevant coming from the underlying data like SPX, QQQ. So here you have the ability to apply the SPX level to the chart, or apply the SPY level to the chart. And in this case, by just doing this, I'm not actually offsetting any level. So by having the absolute value as 0 here, I'm not offsetting any level. But as you can see from the pricing here, we see that SPX and ES trade at a very large spread, about 24, 25 points. So just overlaying the levels of SPX to ES is not going to give you a clear picture because of this difference in price. So adding the level to the indicator without applying a conversion will give you not accurate information because of the difference in price between SPX and ES. So that's why we have now the ability to add a spread or ratio. So I could come here and I could say, okay, my spread is about, as we said, 24 points, and I can then apply this and click OK, and as you can see, the levels will now shift. So now we have the SPX level here, the co-resistance of the ES, and then here we have all the other levels. So we have the one-day expected move and all the other levels here. So that is great, but what if, how do we calculate this ratio or spread? The spread is calculated by doing the conversion of ES1 minus SPX. The ratio is calculated by doing ES1 divided by SPX. So the ratio would typically be something like this, 1.01. So there's a lot of people who ask, okay, how can I modify this and how can I keep that updated? So these ratios and spreads can change throughout the day, right? So how can we now monitor those and always be able to update the inputs so that our levels are actually accurate in the chart, right? So a lot of people are doing this in Excel by taking the last price of the futures and the last price of the index, but that could be also time consuming and daunting. So today we're going to show you a very easy way to do so. The first step is to actually create what's called a custom index within TradingView. So TradingView allows you to add formulas within the ticker list and create a custom security. So we're going to go into our ticker bar here and we're going to calculate the ratio between ES future and SPX simply by taking the ES1 ticker and dividing by SPX. By typing this, we can see that now we have our ratio, which is around 1, but we're going to show you how you can add the decimal as well. So now we can actually copy this formula and we can go on our watch list here and I can actually create this formula here and then I can add it to my watch list. So now we have at the bottom, updating in real time, our ratio here. We can do the same thing with spread. So we can say, instead of having the division, we have a subtraction, and then we can do that. So as you can see now, we can monitor the spread changing in real time. We can do the same thing for all the others. So we can say ES1 divided by SPY. And now we're going to have our ratio. and then we can do NQ1 divided by NDX. And then lastly, we're going to do our NQ1 divided by QQQ. So now you have your ratios here and they will update in real time. One of the issues that we're seeing is that in many cases, people look at this and see, oh, the ratio between ES and SPX is 1, which is not accurate, which is true, as well as the one from NQ and NDX. And the problem is that within the watch list, you can only have up to 2 decimals in TradingView. But what we can do is we can go on our settings tab here and we can look at the option precision and change the default to 5 or 6 decimal places. So now you click OK, and as you can see, the watch list does not change, but here at the top you see the ratio. So you can use this close value and update basically the indicator. So we can always go here and see, okay, the ratio right now is 1.0046. So we can now go back to our indicator and use our ratio of 1.0046 to change our levels. So this kind of like is an easy way to monitor the change in the ratios in real time directly from TradingView. And you can use that every morning to then update your settings here in the indicator so that you have accurate levels within your chart.